Welcome to the 2025 StubHub NLL Face-Off. We are live from Saskatchewan on Treaty 3 as the NLL kicks off here with the Saskatchewan Rush and Calgary opening up their seasons on Co-op Field. Not going to take long. The Battle of the Prairies is here and ready to go. Now Calgary going to look a little bit. Yes, their offense has been shaken up a bit. They still have one of their key pieces in Tyler Pace, and I think he's due for a big start to the year.
Couldn't agree more, Cody. You're looking at a guy that, you talk about all the departures here for the Calgary Roughnecks. Here's a guy that's been here for his entire knows how to score from anywhere. He's a hard-nosed player and definitely a guy that the Calgary Roughnecks are going to have to lean on in a bit of an unknown season for them so far. Who's going to score? Well, we've got big bets on Tyler Pace. Love seeing the red back in Calgary as well. Just 1 point tonight, and he'll hit 400 on his career, all in Jersey.
The Roughnecks are back in red, and the rivalry's still here, that's for sure. Let's talk about another right-handed forward, though, and that's Robert Church, because he's obviously safe for this team. He's been through the 2015 championship and beyond. Now he's fully healthy, and I think he's ready to go this year.
The Saskatchewan Rush had 4 guys that scored 70 points or more last season. To me, the most dangerous of them is Robert Church. Missed some time last season, 4 games back, but game line, you need a goal. It's Robert time. Just 7 points away from 900 in his career. He'd be only the second member of this franchise to do that. So we could even see it happen tonight with a typical vintage game.
Yeah, that's just a crazy stat to think about. But the Battle of the Prairies, say it's going on here in week number 2. Saskatchewan, Calgary, the Rush have the advantage, 13-11, 8-5 at home are the Rush, although Calgary does have a few more goals for. We just talked about Church leading the way, 110 points in those 24 games. Let's get a look at starting netters in this one for Calgary. Well, it's been a pretty mainstay that Christian Del Bianco was their guy. Season, no more. Now Aiden Walsh takes the cage. Last year he was 5-6, 9.89 goals against average, 788 save percent. 5th career season for the former Vancouver Warrior netminder. As for Saskatchewan, it's the veteran Frank Chiliano playing in his 14th NLL season. Was 11-4 last year, 9.40 goals against average, 795 save percentage, and made 500. Was also the NLL goalie for the first time in his career. He got and Rush 1 win away from an NLL championship that Buffalo took from them to get the peak. So in this one for Saskatchewan, the face-off guy is out. We'll get to your scratches and others. Mike Messenger, Justin, meet at the dot. Ref squares them up now. The ref is ready. Ball is down, and we are under. It's a 2026 NLL season on Co-op Field. Calgary Roughnecks wearing their white jerseys. They brought it back, so they got black trim. Second count on Riley Isaacs to start. Here's Boudreau, partial break, cuts to the middle. Scores! Pound your chest, Saskatchewan. 20 seconds in, Jake Boudreau makes it 1-0.
Already seeing a little bit of that Canadian experience in the opening moments of this one. Directly goal here for Saskatchewan. Calgary gets stuck on an 8-second count on their very first possession after a nice face-off win. Basically how they drew up the start of this game. And all of a sudden, it's Mike Messenger playing Jake Boudreau. And Boudreau, even though he's an effective kind of time and space, last year ended up with 10 goals. He's already got the first on the season on the Rush's first shot of 20.
Well, Derek Sheehan than anyone. Doesn't matter what happens if you win the face-off if you don't do something with a good net. And right there, the Rush will make him pay as Jake Boudreau on one of his Ontario buddies in Walsh. 20 seconds in, Saskatchewan up by 1, but now Calgary's offense will head north. Top Tyler Pace talked about him in pre-game. One of 2 Denver products on the offense. Tanner Cook now stripped of the ball by reigning defender of the year, Matt Hossack. Battle on the turf, 5 on the shot clock. Hossack now will poke it forward. And I believe a penalty is coming up here. It'll be a holding call. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's Matthew Coaching.
No, you got it right, Cody. Holding on Mache, and faster start for here. Gives up the first goal, and now the Rush go play. The Rush, going to see a lot of chemistry here, right? You're going to see working in some new bodies, some young bodies, one of the youngest teams in the league. The Rush basically brought back the entire that played in the NLL final against Buffalo last year.
Ryan Keenan up top, left on the power play. Mans and Anderson are on his right. Church and Shanks on his left. Keenan flips it, Mans takes it, and that one's stopped by Walsh. Matt Sykes might have slowed it down a little bit here. They haven't reset the shot clock. Anderson got it, and he was pushed into the crease. Calgary shorthanded, will grab it as it's Braden Maillet. First round kid, 2024, 5th overall. Over 30 points last season in his 10 games of work. Maillet up top, defended by Adam J. Down a man. This is one of their youthful legs. It's a young Denver product, and Noah Manning had a great preseason. Everyone was talking about him. Now he's knocked off the Messenger. Slows it down right in front of the penalty box. Man's out there again. Jogs up. Unit number 1 hops back. 2 minutes into the year. Top. Sure. Scored 5 on Calgary in the preseason. Roughnecks took that one though. Mans Church for Keenan. His quick stick is off the mark. Now Mans trying to grab it right in front of that Roughnecks bench. Went off of his stick and out of play. So it'll be Calgary possession back just below the Co-op Field logo, and they'll give it off to Hayden Dixon. Game number 69 in his NLL career for Hayden Dixon. Barnable now knocked the ball free for a second, and over plus a loose ball. Why don't you? Matt Accioni, far side of the floor. He'll run it up the Barrie, Ontario product. Got his first taste last year. Now he's in year number 2. Boy, he has looked really good through training camp. Keenan, righty strong, look up. Take it in. Bar down Bobby on the power play. Double it up. It's 2-0.
Last year he had 3. He's got his first on the power play for Saskatchewan tonight. Just 4 points to hit 900 for his career. Just a great little bit of passing there to find Robert Church open up top. That is not the guy you want to have an open shot, especially at a power play. Probably the most dangerous shot on the floor for Saskatchewan, as we've seen so many times before. Ryan Keenan just finds his guy up top. Robert steps into one, up and over the double team. I don't think Walsh had a chance of seeing it, and nothing Saskatchewan.
Had 10 power play goals last year. He's already got one 3 minutes into the 25-26 season. Messenger face-off with one arms this one back. Leaf making his NLL debut. Had the rookie lap earlier.
That was pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. I had a Cody.
Hands it off to Zach Mans, his former basketball coach in middle school. Here's Josh Zawada. Zawada now kind dunk attempt robbed by Walsh. Oh, he got back to that far side post and got his in the way.
Yeah, Walsh was having a great season last year. Only lost because a guy by the name of Del Bianco happened to come into that roster.
Manning dumps it for Maillet. Manning now drag it back, and a hard pick was set on Kid the third, and change of possession goes the other way. Hossack finds Austin Shanks. Free agent signs summer. Anderson now, low shot goes wide, got up to Viet. He's got a one-on-one match. Tyler Pace forward, caught back on defense. Now Pace will go change, and she'll get an offensive player on here. That's Robert Church. Church up, step down. Kick save made by Aiden Walsh this time.
Anderson at Calgary grew up cheering for tonight.
Up top. Now against the boards. Accioni's all over him. for Mike. Down to the corner, Tanner Cook. Cook spins for far side shot. No, they didn't get a piece of that one. Shot clock expiring. This one's going to bounce up Mellon as Virch got taken out. Maé got the ball. Walsh went to the bench, and they're going on 5 here. Maybe a peek out. They thought that there was a penalty. A little bit of confusion. Now Walsh goes back. It's still 5-on-5. Cook fires it across. Got it right back up top. Sin. Cook now. That shot blocked by Jake Boudreau. Got his right arm in the way, and that one pops out. Manning has it across. Dixon. Cook. 1-on-1 with Messenger. Big wind up by Dixon. That goes off the hand of Mike Messenger. And 2-on-1 here. Manning out in front, and he scores. First in the National League for Noah Manning, and he's cut the lead in half.
One game old, Cody, and as you mentioned during the season, so many pie on Noah Manning, the Victoria product, and he shows us here in the opening quarter of the first game of the regular season for him. Just a little move to rush on in. He sees the opening here, picks up off the backboards, blows past another rookie, steps down and beats the goaltender of. Bit of an overplay there by Verge as well, the fellow Victoria product. Bit of a rookie mistake by Verge leads to a great rookie opportunity, and Manning's got his first of what will be met in this league.
Accioni slid down on that play too. It was Messenger who is trying to get Manning, but he ends up beating him to the inside and put it 5-0 on Frank when the Roughnecks are on the board. Go Chick. Kicked out for low and now sit. Big wind up. That's punched out by Frank Chiliano. Goche gets it up top again. Former first by Panther City Lacrosse Club. Maé's behind the net. Defenders all over him. The third's going to hold it in the corner here. Still on the so essentially Twins saying, hey, let's get to commercial. Pace and battle. Now Bobby Kidd knocks it to the corner as we get to a TV time. Well, the offense has sure shown opening 5 minutes. The Rush scored the inning 2, and it's Noah Manning with the response on co-op field.
Welcome back to SaskTel Center. Well, the boys are back in town, nearly all of them. Very little turnover from last year to this year for the Saskatchewan Rush. Mike Triolo made his exit, and Levi Birch joined her, but that's basically it for changes. And I asked Coach Jimmy Quinlan, with the fact that everybody's back and after what last year, is this a redemption season? And he no, just because we had success last year doesn't mean it's guaranteed this year. And now we've become a for everybody else in the league, and they're going to come ready to play. And by the way, Coach Josh Sanderson from the Calgary agreed. He said, in a league, lost a final. This is a great chance to see where we're at.
Thanks, Heather. Sorry about the ESPN issues as well. I know the gang in the truck is working hard on getting those fixed. 2-1 Rush lead. Robert Church zips it across. Shanks throws a backhand that goes net. He does have a license to throw one of those per Derek Keenan in lacrosse coach Whitby Warriors. He hands to guys who do have the capability to score that way. Shanks down to the Rocky up top. Keenan fires and scores. Top where Grama keeps it up. Keenan, the captain, makes it 3-1.
So, candid attempt by Austin was enough to distract the Calgary defense as they seem to focus in on him after that moment. Brock Haley, he knows this. He can see everything right. Ryan Keenan standing up top, unmarked, and if you're going to leave him there, he's typically going to bury. Start here for Ryan Keenan, who was definitely snake bit last year. So you can tell, getting off to a good start, getting a goal in the first game, big for the captain. But how many times have we seen that career? Just picking that up up over the left shoulder of the goaltender.
182 goals in his NLL career for Keenan, the 2016 first overall pick. Harry Suoka, Raiders alum, Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League.
Well represented here tonight, Cody. We both love to see it.
Always is. Tanner Cook to the corner. Riley Lowen signed from Vancouver in the off. Pace has it up top. 4 to shoot. Pace. Cook has to go quick. One extra pass, too much. Scoop by Jake Boudreau. Makes the outlet to Verch. Boudreau opens the scoring. 20 seconds into this one. Wrong side of the road. Blasts it home. Oh, that's sneaky. He takes the wrong side of the lane and rips one past Aiden Walsh. It's 4-1.
And you can tell that devilish grin you saw on your monitors and screen. Austin Shanks knew he tricked somebody with that one. Not often do you ever see Shanks, A, from the wrong side of the road, or B, from the restraining line, just whip one like that. He does. He beats Walsh. 4-1 lead for the Rush. Look at the celebration. He knew that nobody was expecting it. Bam! That's when you get him.
4 goals on 7 shots. Anasio, face-off win. Going up against Jake Naso last year, Anasio was held to 25%. That's 5 face-off wins against Jake Naso. Naso line up tonight on the IR. Noah Manning out of the corner. Up top from Maie. High point product finds Tanner Cook down for Dixon on the roll, and Chiliano got just enough of that one. Tanner Cook, former Tar Heel, wearing an A this year. Maie defended by Bobby Kidd III. Maie got it again, double step made by Frank Chiliano. Scratches in it, Hendricks and Carter Cook for the Roughnecks for Saskatchewan, Clark Walter, Jarrett Smith.
You guys
kind of forgot because the Rush scored 20 seconds in. Spiraling from there is Robert Church. Just had another opportunity.
Yeah, usually you've got a moment to settle in and get to those, Cody, but been action-packed.
Eli Salama has it now. 4-on-3, Salama bouncer goes. He was named captain in the offseason, 10th captain in Calgary Roughnecks history. Salama, he's the shoot around, stuff like that. He is the guy that everyone looks up to. It's an automatic no-brainer. Here's Shank, same spot earlier. This one got deflected. Shank corner, he's pushed in. Bit of a dangerous spot, a couple feet out. Anderson has it. Calgary kid playing against the Roughnecks. Over to Church, 5-hole. Oh, it snuck through Walsh and doesn't cross the goal line.
And we are going to see a boarding call here, Cody, for that Austin Shanks. You mentioned it, dangerous in and around that couple feet from the boards area, and a no-brainer call here for our officiating crew.
Get those signs ready.
Calgary number
there.
10, minor penalty,
Brayden,
boarding.
You look so disappointed.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry on that one, Cody. That's tough to argue there. Boarding call. You got to keep that out of the game. Guys getting hurt. You can see here Shanks numbers facing Lady. Lays into him there with the cross check in that danger area. Pretty easy 2-minute call.
Krog look, hands is up top. Mance flips it. Keenan back over to Church. Church over to Keenan again. Looking to go shot, got the flank. Church for Mance. Low to high, finds Logo. Walsh now, long outlet. Had 3 assists last year in Vancouver. Boudreau took a hit from Tanner Cook. That is a big 215, and Boudreau stayed on his feet, danced around. And now the Rush have a 4-on-3. Keenan again, kick save, Walsh. Anderson trying to out that loose ball, ends up cutting through the crease and catching it. And so 4:52 left to go in the quarter. We're at another media timeout. Ryan Keenan, Austin Shanks have it's the Rush up by 3.
16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here
Oh, what a move!
with NLL Friday night on TSN.
The NLL on ESPN Plus and TSN Plus is brought to you by STX Lacrosse and Nike Lacrosse, the official equipment providers of the NLL, and by TFL Sports. Collect the stars of the National Lacrosse League with officially licensed trading cards and sticker albums. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL.
Thanks, Cody. Well, we were talking earlier about the Rush having very little turnover. With Calgary, it's a very different story. They're missing a lot of players, including Doby, King, and Dixon. Between the three of them, almost 276 points for the season. I asked Coach Josh Sanderson, how are you going to make up for it? And he said, it's going to have to be an internal job. It's going to have to be spread around. He did say some of the names that you're going to be saying a lot tonight, Cody, including Manning, who got his first NLL goal this evening. But he said it's going to have to be by committee on Game 1, Game 2, all the way up to Game 18.
Mike Messenger hammers Maillet as the bodies are flying. This is something we're used to seeing when Saskatchewan and Calgary play. The rough stuff has entered this season. Levi Anderson with it. As man's up top, over to Robert Church. Power play still has 40 seconds to work with. Keenan for Mans. Back to Church. Mans is up top. Church looking for two. He's stopped by Walsh. Robert Church dressing in this one. He's now the franchise leader in games played at 184. You think about all the greats that have ever thrown on a Rush jersey in Edmonton and Saskatchewan. Robert Church climbing his way up as Noah Manning now got dumped into the crease. Penalty coming against Saskatchewan. Both refs had their hands up, and we'll wait and see, I guess, if it's a two or more, but Frank Chiliano's all right. We'll get another look at this one as Noah Manning, he's not afraid to cut to the crease.
No, certainly. He just turns on the Jets and gets by Verge, and he takes a penalty to maybe prevent a goal as Manning, with all the skill in the world, was heading in unguarded on Frank Chiliano. But Verge is going to go sit in the bin of sin for two or less. He was just beat. He had to do something to keep Manning from going unabated into Chiliano and has to take the penalty there. Again, pretty cut and dry call there for the check from behind.
Tyler Pace has it up top. The 30-year-old will hang on to it for another 10 seconds. And in that time, Braden Lady will get out of the sin bin. They'll have about 10 seconds of power play time here. Not sure they'll even have time to really get the play set up. And now they've got 5 to work with. Pace up top. Back for Maillet. Tries to sling it across, and they were a bit rushed on that one. Pace from distance went off Messenger and found its way behind Chiliano. It was after the shot clock, though.
What I like what Calgary did there, Cody, was Walsh was on the bench. So they had pulled the goaltender to allow them to have 5 guys in the offensive zone ready to go the second that they were able to sprint out of, Lady was able to sprint out of the box.
Rushed play ends up in a shot clock violation, though, and Levi Anderson on the kill.
If you want a good example of what a legal cross-check is, just watch that.
Zawada. Little hand switch there by the American. Rips that one wide. Spent some time up in Edmonton playing in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. Did Josh Zawada. Calgary's power play continues. Tyler Pace for Dixon. Righty strong look. Manning's going to play that crease side. Gauthier's there again. Maillet. Gauthier set the pick. Pace hammers pipe. And the Roughnecks have two.
I'm already looking down to see if we're going to see a challenge on that one. From our angle, again, we don't have the greatest angle of that goal, but it looked like it might have just gone post to post. I'll be interested to see. We're getting a great replay thanks to our great crew here that's working the game for us. Again, just a great shot, though, by Tyler Pace, whether this goes in or not. That definitely looks like it tickled the twine. So on this, upon further review, Tyler Pace doing Tyler Pace things. Yeah, you can see that definitely get behind Frank Ciliano. And a nice snipe there by Tyler Pace. Another one of those guys that's going to need to step up in the absence of some of the players that they lost in Calgary.
140th goal of his NLL career.
One interesting thing from Heather down between the benches is Derek Keenan's basically saying, hey, Inaccio's good at the draw, just get back on defense, don't miss your assignments. They're basically conceding the draws to him with Jake Naso out of this one.
Inside, Ciliano with the big arm save on low end. Cook again, stopped by Ciliano. Jake Boudreau will jog it up. Now a Saskatchewan resident, married over the summer. Robert Church finds Keenan. Keenan now for Shanks. Far side look goes one. Brock Haley down for Keenan. 8 on the shot clock. Keenan now all tied up with Leclerc. Looking for someone to pass it to. 2 to shoot. Keenan stays on his feet. Tries to hammer it 5-hole and Walsh makes the save. Transition here for Calgary. Lady was pushing it up the floor, and then they'll decide to pull it back. A couple of defenders go for a change. Matthew Gauthier has it. Manning and Cook are forwards 4 and 5. Dixon crashing and banging inside. Maillet over to Dixon now, and that bouncer ends up in the netting above the glass. Hossack up for Brock Haley. Haley's had a big off season. We knew he's tall, but he's put on 15 pounds this summer as well. Anderson to Zawada. Bobbled it. Down low. Haley up top. Robert Church. Far side look. Anderson has it. 7 to shoot. Anderson now. Backdoor feed. Church couldn't get a quick stick on it.
Yeah, I've been watching Haley fight for that ball there, Cody. You can tell how much body mass he's put on through the offseason.
Great defense adjustments there by Josh Sanderson's squad. After a tough start, they seemingly have settled in here. Tyler Pace, one in the corner, up top for Cook. Pace, backpedal on the restraining line. Defended by Boudreau. Fired. Ciliano made the save. Rebound left out in front. And Holden Garlett got back to scoop it up. The assistant captain grabs the rebound. Ciliano will make the save, his 5th of the opening quarter. And the Saskatchewan Rush have their rivals doubled up after 15 minutes of play. 45 to go. Join us for the second next.
Welcome back to SaskTel Center, where the Saskatchewan Rush have a 2-goal lead over the Calgary Roughnecks. Just 1 goal so far tonight for Austin Shanks, but watch for him to heat up. He's a very productive guy, and he also had a very productive offseason. He got engaged to his now fiancée, Brenna. They both are firefighters with the Toronto Fire Service. Very lovely engagement. They got engaged on the cliffs of Moore in Ireland. But he's not the only one that's having this major life transition. We have 3 new dads on the Saskatchewan Rush team. We've had lots of weddings. And Austin Shanks says, you know, this really is a full circle moment for him because Ryan Keenan just got married and Matt Hossack just had a baby. They grew up together, playing together as kids. Derek Keenan was their dad, and was their coach, and did so much to teach them not just about the game of lacrosse, but also about what it takes to be a man. And here they are going through these life transitions together. Said the only thing that would make it more amazing is a championship.
Brenna, also a heck of a lacrosse player herself. Not afraid to wear the maple leaf at the major moments. All right, back underway. Quarter number 2. Saskatchewan in their home green threads going left, right on your TV screen. The Roughnecks back in red going right to left. Manning for Pace. Couple of Denver Pio alumni. Pace won't shoot it though. 7 to let something fly. Gauthier misses the one-timer. Manning has it. 3 to shoot. Cook from distance. That's blocked by Messenger. Shots on goal, 13-7 in favor of the Rush after 15 minutes of play. Each team has a power play goal. Robert Church on the roll, double it up. Robert on the run makes it 5-2.
Robert Church already showing the multiple ways he can score. We talked about a pregame, Cody, that he's probably the most dangerous shooter out there for Saskatchewan, and he's proving it tonight. First one is the typical stop, drop, and shoot for Church. This one here showed off some athleticism, some of that new dad strength, if you will, as he shoots on the run. He just sees the wall go up as Shanks puts up a perfect pick there to just take away the ability for the Calgary defenders to get out to Robert Church. He picks his corner on the run, and now he's just 5 away from 900.
Yeah, that's that crashing and banging that the Rush forwards are really setting the tone for the youngsters. You think of Josh Zawada and Brock Haley in year number 2. Well, a veteran like Austin Shanks isn't afraid to set picks and open up room for his teammate. What do you think they're going to be doing? Shanks now fires and scores! Austin Shanks lets it go from Shellbrook, and it's 6-2.
And you mentioned that, Cody, the young guys now getting into the dirty areas. As you saw Levi Anderson run with reckless abandon towards the Calgary net, knocking down bodies on his way. That opens things up top for Austin Shanks, who now has his second goal from distance tonight. See there, Anderson, the question is, it looks like he did clear the crease just in time, but Anderson looking for a body to knock around, finds a couple, nobody to engage with him. That opens up Shanks, and Shanks snipes from distance again.
And Asio wins his 8th face-off of the game. Austin Shanks, Ryan Keenan, each with 3 points this evening here. Home opener for the Rush on Co-op Field. Battle of the Prairies. Lone game in the National Lacrosse League. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's Cody Jans and John Fraser. Heather Morrison with you. Minus 30 outside. It's a lot warmer inside. Hayden Dixon throws it across. Gauthier was there. This got knocked down. Now Barnable wisely decides to wait it out. Drags everyone back with him. He throws one up for Verch. St. Joseph's product, same school that Levi Anderson went to out in Philly. Inside feed. Shanks got knocked down. Walsh made that save, moving to his right. Salama, the new captain in Cowtown. Tanner Cook, 6'3", left shooting forward. Cook now trying to drive, pushed back by Matt Hosick. Pace has it. Little drive inside, fires and scores. Second of the game for Tyler Pace. This one goes 5-hole.
Nice job there by the entire Calgary offense, all crashing and banging towards the net. As you expect in a classic battle of the prairies, bodies moving everywhere, and it's Tyler Pace taking advantage. You saw the way that the Rush defense was collapsing towards the net. He sees his ability to step up here as the defense all ends up between him. Looked like there was about 11 bodies between him and Frank Chiliano, and he takes advantage of that, takes advantage of the confusion, and puts it betwixt the legs of the Rush goaltender.
16 goals in 14 games last year. Anasio with it. I don't know if that was a backhand pass or if Messenger knocked it free, but it was basically a gimme for Adam J. And just like that, the Rush lose a face-off and get possession. Keenan inside, Mans Twister scores! Zach Mans has his first of the season, and the Rush have 7.
The amount of skill it takes, Cody, to catch that while you're coming in and throw a twister past one of the best goalies in the league, just wow. Zach Mans last year, the Victoria product, 35 goals. He was tied for the team lead here in Saskatchewan. And just get a second look at this. Just admire, catches it, the twister, almost in one smooth motion. If you've never tried that yourself, it's damn near impossible to do. Give me 100 tries of that, I'm going to miss all 100, Cody. But Zach Mans makes it look easy, and it looks like we've got Cam McLeod coming in now for Calgary.
Cam McLeod, an Ontario product, another RMLL alum, though. Well, not really an alumni. He's still playing senior with the Edmonton Miners. The Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League talent runs deep here. Aiden Walsh has his gear still on. We'll keep an eye on that. Cook inside. Pass got picked off by Matt Hosick, though. Matt Hosick, 3-on-2. Anderson's off the bench. Anderson down for Keenan. Keenan now throws it behind the back. That goes wide. Hosick can't grab the rebound. Well, McLeod steps into the game and almost has to face a 3-on-2 as Anderson and Keenan set that one up off the Matt Hosick feed. Lowen now throws it down. Walsh has taken off his helmet, and I wonder if that means McLeod could have the cage for a while. Out of the corners, Lowen, defended by Boudreau. Pace, backdoor feed. O'Shiliano got over to his left quick to make the save on Gauthier.
Well, I think Walsh has been decent tonight. I mean, all things considered, not a lot of a chance on a lot of those rush goals. They've just been tic-tac-toe. Again, you've got a team with so much chemistry like the Rush, playing a team that's trying to work in new bodies like Calgary, and this is the kind of stuff you're going to see in the first game of the season.
Levi Verch called with the over and back. Salama pushed him back. That's just a veteran versus a rookie, knowing exactly where he is and the time of day it is as well. No one gets caught sleeping in the National Lacrosse League. Dixon, far side look. Shiliano with the left arm. Maé gets the reset. Cooks up top. Three lefties are out there. Maé and Gauthier. Pace has it in the corner. Trying to hit Dixon. Evades him. Cooks out of the corner. Cook now fires this one. Shiliano made the save. The rebound pops sky high. It's still on the ground. And another loose ball grabbed by Brayden Maé. Second or third of the shift alone for the youngster. Now Cook. Pushed back by Jake. Here's Manning. Had the first goal of the game for Calgary. Inside Dixon. Boudreau caught it and then stepped back in the crease. The extended offensive possession continues. Calgary was sending defenders out the back gate though. So looks like the Rush are gonna use a timeout. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to blow this one down for. Looks Calgary was on a roll here, and then maybe they'll say Boudreau caught it and got a timeout in. Who knows?
That might have been exactly it. I mean, that would be a veteran move by Jake Boudreau there to call the timeout, knowing you were going into the crease. At least give your guys a breather, because you had mentioned, Cody, that was an extended possession, never mind before Jake Boudreau was whistled down for carrying the ball into his own crease. So the officials have their notepads out. But you are correct, Cody. It does look like it is going to be Cam McLeod's game here for a while as he comes back out after the timeout. Last year, 1251 goals against at a 748 save percentage. Wait to see if anybody's going to the sin bin here, but no, it does not appear so. Looks like Jake Boudreau basically went backwards and called timeout at the same time.
I don't believe that's what happened, though. I mean, it would have been rush ball then. So I'm not sure. Maybe they'll say Calgary took it. I have no clue exactly that stoppage, and I'm just going to be blunt with you. But we're back underway, and it's Roughnecks ball. Maé now. Let's a load of mid-shot go. Frank Shiliano makes the save. Garland now with the outlet for Barnable. Barnable 3-on-2. Ryan Barnable right down Main Street. He's stopped by McLeod. Anderson almost had the loose ball, then he got knocked off of it by Salama. Cook finds Gauthier, and then he'll head off for a change. Maillet's up top. Lowen's in to help as well. Manning. Penalty coming to Saskatchewan as Pace just had the stick ripped out of his hands. Maillet again fires this one. Chiliano drops down, got it right in the pants and holds on to the rebound, but Calgary going back to the power play, and they're 1-for-1 already as Connor McClellan's will head to the sin bin.
And we did get some clarification. It was a rush timeout that they had called.
Saskatchewan number 13, under penalty, holding the stick.
Calgary's on the power play, trailing by 4 when we come back on TSN Plus and ESPN Plus.
The NLL returns to Edmonton as Lyle Thompson and the Swarm host the Roughnecks for the league's second annual NLL Unbox Series event. Head to Ticketmaster.ca and get your tickets now. I had a chance to catch up with Tyler Pace from the Roughnecks about what Edmonton fans can expect when they match up against the Swarm on January 16th.
I mean, it's a couple good teams, a couple good young teams with some stars at sort of the top there. So expect to see some high-flying action, and hopefully we can grow the game a little bit in Alberta there.
Calgary going to the power play, trailing by 4 here. It's the first edition of the Battle of the Prairies season opener for both of these teams as well. Calgary 1-for-1 on the power play. Tyler Pace has that marker. He had 4 on the man advantage last year. Hayden Dixon had 7. Tanner Cook had 6. Righty strong look. Pace is up top. Dixon and Manning are on his left. Pace from Maillet back to Dixon, and he scores. Quick work, took him 18 seconds, and the Roughnecks have 4.
You can see it now, this Calgary offense starting to settle in. I know they had the whole preseason of work together, but it's different when the lights are on. The lights are bright here in the regular season, and they were just slinging that ball around there. What a great power play goal. Great ball movement all the way around the outside, and the only way you're going to beat a goaltender like Frank Chiliano is get him moving, get the quick sticks working, use screens, and they did all of that to perfection. And Hayden Dixon, so used to saying Curtis Dixon, seeing that 97, Cody, but Hayden Dixon, the new Dixon in town for the Calgary Roughnecks.
Kyle Pepper got it in the neutral zone, making his NLL debut as well, and Hayden Dixon gets it near side. Gauthier back on the restraining line. Bobby Kidd the third, his helmet knocked off. Now Messenger the other way, trying to throw it for Mans, got knocked out. Anderson has it again. Messenger is having a bit of a lacrosse stick malfunction here, and I think that's why things weren't exactly going his way. Keenan down to Brock Haley. Haley now spins off of one. Up for Church. That shot goes high. Anderson has it. Inside Church. 5 holes. Scores. Throw those hats. That's 3 for 17.
They always say there's a broadcaster jinx, Cody, but maybe this season we're going to see the broadcaster boost, as both guys that we mentioned pregame been having pretty good games. None better so far than one Mr. Robert Church, his 3rd of the contest. Again, you can't give him that kind of space. Great job by the Calgary defender to try to get back and try to get in the shooting lane. Heads up play by Levi Anderson to find Robert Church with space, and that's going to be tough to beat.
Here's the thing, is that's not even on Harrison Matsuoka, because what's he supposed to do in that situation? You've got Church in the high slot, or you've got Shanks back door. Pick your poison.
Right.
They're both going to leave you on the floor.
Well, and he almost got back there to take away that lane from Church, so that's some great athleticism by him.
Maillet around a pick. Cook inside, stopped by Chiliano. Took a hit for the sink. Maye now. Ran into by Hasek. Jay will push him out. Boudreau comes in. Noah Manning. Minto Cup champion with Coquitlam 2024 summer. A couple of summers ago. Gilche has it. He'll flip it for Cook. Pace to the middle. Cook now. Far side. That shot got blocked by Jake. 3 to shoot. Pace went for the pass instead. 7:10 left to go, quarter number 2. Saskatchewan up 8-4 here on Co-op Field. Zach Mance. Zawada's inside. Couple of fakes and a kick save by McLeod.
Great save there by McLeod.
Lowen. Member of the Rush, 2015, 2016. Two-time NLL champ. Won one in 19 with the Roughnecks also. Verch up for Shanks. Shanks now tries a floater. That caught McLeod in the neck there. Throwing a bit of a change-up.
Go for the off-speed stuff.
Tanner Cook now. 1-on-1 with Adam Jake. Maye comes in. 2-man game. Cook over the top. Achiliano going the wrong way. Now Accioni has that one, hit him in the cage. Scooped the loose ball still though. I believe that was Adam J who came in to help. Huge defensive effort by Adam J. Having himself a really strong night without Jarrett Smith in the lineup, another righty defender. Robert Church looking for 4. Mance, Anderson, big windup will peel some paint off the pipe.
That's why he was a first-round pick, Cody. Wow, what a shot.
Mance for Keenan. Haley now dances around his defender. Mance trying to cut to the middle, got free, and that shot got soaked by Griffin Hall. Matthew Gauthier, former member of the St. Albert crew. Gauthier for pace. Floated a pass back to Noah on the back door, and the Rush will go the other way. Levi Verch, first rounder of the Rush this past draft, pick number 13th overall. Austin Shanks flips it for Zawada. Zawada trying to use his feet to get open, down for Keenan. Inside, Shanks floats one under the bar. Second hat trick of the game for Saskatchewan. Austin Shanks has himself a trio on the board.
All smiles between Shanks and Church. He tried that off-speed shot a couple times earlier. Cody couldn't quite fool McLeod. This time it works to perfection as he sets up in his wheelhouse there, right in the middle, that off-speed floater over the left shoulder of the goalie. How many times did we see that last year? He had 35 last year, and I bet you 20 looked just like that, Cody.
Accioni. He's taking a couple draws now against Sanasio. At the end of the day, it's caused chaos. That's what Derek Keenan wants. That's exactly what Accioni's doing. Is you're going head-to-head with a player whose only job is to take face-offs. And if you're coming away with the ball or finding your team possession after 30 seconds, you're doing your job. Pace. Over to Cook. High shot goes over the net. Jay knocks this one back, and Verch will run up on it. Levi Verch now, 2-on-2. Man's up there with Hasek. Saskatchewan slows it down. Robert Church finds Keenan. He'll put that one right in the chest protector. slid past McLeod, 6-4 in his NLL career. Up top, feed, Lowett, and Cook on the rebound. Stopped by Chiliano as well. As 3:15 left to go, quarter number 2. Means we're off to another break. Robert Church and Austin Shanks both have hat tricks in the Rush. Have 9.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here
Oh, what a move!
with NLL Friday night on TSN.
Center, where the Saskatchewan Rush have a 5-goal lead over the Calgary Roughnecks. 3 of those goals coming from the Rush's Robert Church. Derek Keenan, his coach, says, man, that guy just gets better and better every year. He amazes me. But one of the things he credits him for is actually taking the summer off. He says, I think Robert Church has been playing lacrosse the entire year for his entire life, and he finally took a summer off to get his body ready, work on his game, and now here he is, 3 goals in their season opener.
Well, if you remember last year, there was hiccups in his season. He only missed 4 games, but it felt a lot longer because he was injured against Halifax. Jake Withers took him out and then missed a couple of games for his child. And now you get him to see when he's at 100%, he's been flying throughout camp. Chiliano. Big save right there. Rebound is on the turf, and it's scooped up by Barnable. 3-on-2. Boudreau's up there, and Garland. Holding Garland now. Shakes off the check from Follows. Hangs on, lets the offensive experts go to work here. We got a hidden ball trick up top. Zawada and Mance try to fool everyone. Zawada has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Anderson now. Keenan. Rush have to go quick. Keenan put it on goal, and they'll say it was in time. Roughnecks certainly not happy about that. Coaching staff will let it be no. Man's up top, though. Finds Levi Anderson. Zawada driving inside. Shot got blocked by Follows again. Salama, backdoor. Manning looking for another. Chiliano hit it with the paddle and didn't scoop it cleanly.
He's just been everywhere tonight, Cody. I'm so impressed by his NLL debut so far.
Time and space for Gauthier, and he's run over by Levi Anderson. Little Calgary-Edmonton rivalry between a couple of Alberta products. Bobby Kidd III gives it off to Shanks and Church. Brock Haley's up top. Pass ends up on his toes. Churchill drive, kicks it out for Haley. He'll try bat this way and has to get back on defense here. Hossik's off the bench. Pepper has a partial break. Little swim move inside and he scores. Oh, roll the highlight reel. Are you kidding me? Kyle Pepper, his first goal in the National League, is going to be seen on SportsCenter in the morning.
Wow. Speaking of impressive rookies, what a goal there from Pepper. Going basically end to end, finding a way to beat Chiliano. Turns on the Jets here. Absolutely love it. You see, aware enough to pick up that loose ball, makes one man miss, makes the defender of the year in Matt Hossick miss. Not a lot of guys can say they did that, then beats the goalie of the year in Frank Chiliano. What a way to score your first career goal.
Well, everyone who watches him in the summer knows the offensive abilities are there for the Victoria product. And wow, that is a heck of a finish. You don't see many rookies in this league do. Osik has it up top, 65 seconds left to go in the opening half. Saskatchewan up by 4. Austin Shanks, 3 in the game. Church set the pick, got it right out in front, and that's automatic for Robert Church.
4 goals on the night, Cody. We said before the game he needed 7 points to get to 900 for his career. He might get 7 goals at this pace. He's got 4 in the opening half here so far tonight, and you can't leave him that wide open. If you're going to leave Robert Church wide open, good things are going to happen if you're a Rush fan. Bad things are going to happen if you're a Calgary fan. Again, just physicality, forces himself into the open spot. Great awareness there, too, to find Robert Church wide open by Zach Mans. Dishes it over to him, and he beats McLeod. Again, no fault of Cam McLeod on that one. Nobody's stopping Robert Church with that kind of time and space.
Goal number 388 of his career. A dozen away from 400. A marker any lacrosse kid would love to reach in their career. Now Manning, step down. Trying to beat Chiliano with a 2-for-1, and wisely Mike Messenger is just going to pop this one up here. The Rush allegedly don't have their timeout, and up the floor is Hosek.
Takes the RKO and survives.
Or a metal neck guard for a second, but the Rush will slow it down. 6-on-5. 3 lefties, 3 righties. Church and Keenan are up top. Shanks now to the middle. Keenan, shot goes wide. McLeod will look at the empty net. That's half a foot off and half a second late, but not a bad effort right there by Cam McLeod. Well, the offense certainly still there for Saskatchewan. 10 goals in the opening 30 minutes.
Yeah, you basically how you want to draw it up if you're the Saskatchewan Rush. Their big name guys are playing well. Their veteran guys, Austin Shanks, Robert Church, those are the guys you need to perform well if they're going to go back to the final. Speaking of one of those 2 guys, we got Austin Shanks down on the floor with Heather right now. We're just getting our cameras all positioned so we can hear what Austin Shanks, he of a hat trick so far this half, has to say to us. All right, Heather.
Austin, how good does it feel to be back out with these guys?
Feels great, just being with the boys out here working hard, having some fun.
I know you are a fundamentals team. What would you like to see tightened up in the second half?
Fundamentals, our O's firing on all cylinders. Our D's doing really good, I'm sure they want a couple back, and so do we. We just keep getting better every fucking minute we can.
All right, thanks, Austin. Good luck in the second half. Cody?
Austin Shanks, 3 goals, 2 assists in that opening half of play. Ryan Keenan also a sneaky 5 points opening half. It's the Battle of the Prairies, and it hasn't disappointed. 15 goals in 30 minutes. Join us for the half after the break. We are at the half inside SaskTel Center on Co-op Field. The Saskatchewan Rush are leading the Calgary Roughnecks by a score of 10-5. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you. The offenses certainly show maybe a little bit less physical we've seen, but mostly because we're getting set at center for faceoffs after 15 goals. Calgary, no surprise. We talked about it in the pregame show. Tyler Pace, he's going to have to lead the way. Well, he's got 3 points to open things up here.
A couple of goals and an assist in the opening half. One of the guys we highlighted and said that he'd have to step up for this new look Calgary team, this young Calgary team, rocking the red again, and Pace having himself a great start to this season, keeping Calgary close, always battling, as you see his couple of goals and the 1 assist there in the opening 30 minutes, Cody.
And Robert Church, again, takes the summer off, gets fully healthy. Mentally, I think he's more excited than he's been in the last probably 5 to 7 years to be thrown on a Rush jersey. Well, he has taken no time to get back to where Bobby Ballgame was at before. 3 goals in the opening 25 minutes and change. And just that offensive dynamic of the righties, you can tell that chemistry's been there since day one.
Oh, certainly. And I remember talking to Bobby shortly after, he became a new dad. That happened at the end of last season. He talked about not getting the right sleep and all that stuff. Well, it seems as though Baby Church is now cooperating a little better, as dad looks like as fresh as he did when he was a rookie. 4 goals in the opening half, all of them in different styles, and all of them signature Bobby Church goals.
Well, shots on goal after 30 minutes, 25-22 in favor of the Rush. Justin Anasio dominating at the dot, 14-3. Face-offs, the Roughnecks power play is perfect. The Rush have 4 more loose balls, and the Roughnecks, this is a big one. They've turned it over 9 more times. The Rush have capitalized, though. They lead 10-5. We're at the half live from Saskatoon. At the half here in Saskatchewan, it's the Rush leading the Calgary Roughnecks by a score of 10-5. Everyone getting in on the festivities, and Santa, it's almost a little warmer here in Saskatchewan than the North Pole, I would say barely. A new rivalry though formed last weekend when the Toronto Rock took on the Oshawa Firewolves in their franchise debut. Hometown hero and reigning Rookie of the Year Dyson Williams and this year's #1 overall pick CJ Kirst were mic'd up in this season's first episode of NLL Wire. Take a look and a listen.
Go, baby, let's go.
Come on, get excited.
Game on, boys. Yeah, Mark, stay with him.
Okay, see?
Yeah.
So still ISO.
Yeah.
You got underneath go, but then they'll set it for the cross.
It'll be open.
But
so after the two, after we swing it to you guys?
Try to get a little higher, I think, because Al's going down the alley. And if I'm not there on the slip, I can spin out and try to set a pick for you on top.
Bang! Fucking go!
Good shot. Come on, baby.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Congrats, man. All right, thanks. All right, way to get here. Attaboy, Mark, good pressure. We'll get going. Keep grinding, D. Attaboy, Boosh, way to grind. Way to grind. Let's go! Attaboy, Gasher, throw a check, Gasher. Attaboy, Kreger. Great job, man. Get that ball. Can you get that ball? Hey, you're gonna get one back. Keep going. Hey, breathe, buddy, breathe. You're good. In that soft spot, right? I'm gonna go towards that righty guy first. Then I'll forget that, just timing a bit. Bang! Great Barry. Right. Way to be smart there. Way to be, baby. Let's go. Let's keep chipping. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, player intros and national anthem. It was goosebumps. There's a lot of emotion. Don't be afraid to pull the trigger here a little bit more. Get some balls on net and make some magic happen. Yeah! Let's go. Hell yeah. Good talk. Great pick. Hey, great job. Hey, way to be, Phil. Great picks. It's a reset. Let's go. There's one. Great job, doggy. Great job, man. Let's go, boys. Great debut, man. Good job. Love you, dog. Go, buddy.
And what a goaltending performance last night in Halifax. Pat Gregoire has more on that from the Nest.
Are you kidding me? History was made here in Halifax as Warren Hill, the Thunderbirds goalkeeper, became just the 3rd goalie in NLL history to allow 2 goals against, yes, you heard it, in a box lacrosse game, 2 goals against Bob Watson and Matt Vince, the only 2 others to do it in the NLL. He was simply superb, shutting the door time and time again, in transition, on the doorstep, from outside, from anywhere. Warren Hill was simply unbelievable. A lot of of question marks coming into the season, asking, is the goaltending good enough for Halifax to be in that championship contest? Well, I don't think he can put up a 2 spot every single night, but even if he's half as good, man, look out for Halifax come springtime when we're chasing down the NLL Cup.
Thank you, Pat. Well, quarter number 3 is coming up after the break, live from Saskatchewan. We'd like to take a moment to honor Liam Gleason, the beloved head coach of the Siena men's lacrosse team who passed away this week. His leadership, passion, and impact on the sport will be felt across the entire lacrosse community, including all of us here at the National Lacrosse League. And also another very tragic passing last night in Peyton Cook, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire Cook family in the Edmonton region there. I know, just heartbreaking knowing the Alberta connections on the floor this morning and seeing and talking to them and seeing the hugs. And it's the medicine game for a reason, and hey, it's hopefully bringing some healing to those families. We'll get set for quarter number 3. It's Cody Janes and John Fraser, Heather Morrison with you this evening. Calgary Roughnecks in red this year, wearing their white threads going left, right on your TV screen. Saskatchewan Rush in green. And we're underway in the second half. Barnable has a loose ball in his own end. Tripped up for a second. Trying to make that pass up for Robert Church. It was over his head. Church, 4 goals in the opening 30 minutes, and a penalty is coming up here. 21 seconds in, the Saskatchewan Rush are going to the power play for the 3rd time this game.
Calgary number 30, minor penalty, tripping.
Justin Anasio heads off to the sin bin, and he's doing a backwards walk to the penalty box as he continues the conversation.
Well, maybe now he'll get to see the replay. Again, there on the play on Barnable, sticks the foot out.
Aiden Walsh back between the pipes here for Calgary to start quarter number 3. Made the save on Robert Church.
Cam McLeod came in relief, made 5 saves but had the 3 goals again. So I see why you're going back to Walsh here. Try to spark a comeback here, down 5. Lots of lacrosse to go though, Cody.
Youngster Noel Manning up top. 1 goal for him. He had the first goal for Calgary in this contest. Tanner Cook shorthanded, 1 hand on his stick. Put it towards the cage. Chiliano makes the save, and Matt Accioni has the loose ball. Zach Mansnett. Lefty strong look on this power play. Levi Anderson getting first team reps this year. Shanks. Church. Keenan back down for Shanks, and he put that one off the red pipe. Church trying to drag back a penalty killer. Keenan's shot goes wide, ends up on the back of the net. Eli Salama, 10th captain in Calgary Roughnecks history. Little left side heavy this season as he gives way for Braden Maillet. Low one up top. 3 lefties on the floor on this short-handed unit. Trying to run it near side, coaching. Knocked off the ball by Adam J. Hossick's in there. He'll scoop it out as well. Rush only have 15 seconds left on this power play though. Shanks up for Boudreau. Has the green light whenever he wants. Decided against taking a shot there, forcing something in transition. Keenan has Church. Anasio's out of the sin bin. Mance for Church, down to Shanks. Pass inside, believe that was for Keenan. And it's gonna get scooped up by Anasio. Justin Anasio now, fresh legs, pounds one into the chest of Frank Chiliano. Mike Messenger, one of the best defensive plays we've ever seen happen on Co-op Field by number 8 in green last year against Halifax. Less than 10 seconds left to go in game 2. The Rush found a way to tie it up. Matt Hossick scored the goal. Mike Messenger caused the turnover.
the Superman turnover, I think we can call it.
Matt Sykes will box everyone out and give the Roughnecks possession. Tyler Hendricks and Carter Cook are their scratches in this one. Jarrett Smith and Clark Walter are the scratches for Saskatchewan. Jake Naso still on the IR, as is Bennett Smith, the Edmonton Junior A minor star. Bennett Smith still on the IR, and that one's going to find the back of the net. Hayden Dixon takes the ring road and puts it off the post and in.
Shot from distance through traffic. They've been working on both sides of the floor tonight. Get these goalies moving. That's been the key. Both are good goaltenders. Both are great goaltenders in this league at times, but get them moving, especially to their left or right. That's the big thing, and that's all Dixon does. He goes up front, gets the double team there from both rush defenders, shoots it up and over them and behind Frank Chiliano, who couldn't see from the screen, didn't get a clean look at it. And now Calgary, who's been hanging around all game, only 4 away here, Cody.
Messenger. Outman Danasio, and then Riley Isaacs knocked him off the ball. Former Calgary Junior A Mountie star was a forward in juniors, has transitioned to a defender, and a pretty dang good one at the National League level.
Absolutely.
Go Ching, out to Pace. Pace up top for Maillet. Go Ching, back over. Tyler Pace, far side. This is going to go, all the say went off Chiliano's shoulder. Pace, Go Ching, little drive inside. Pass goes off a defender. Bobby Kidd the third has it, and it's over to Barnable. Barnable. 3-on-2 action. Garland decides to wait this one out. Garland had a goal in the playoffs last year. He's the guy who can shoot when needed. The safety's not completely on. Robert Church over to Mance. Mance, swim move, past Lady, backdoor feed for Anderson, and it ends up handcuffing him.
Garland in a pinch. We've seen him up with the forwards when they've run into some injury issues in past, Cody. So you're right, he's got the green light from the back gate.
Tyler Pace. 2 goals and an apple here this evening. Cook flips it. Maillet. Now it's Cook again, and this shot ends up behind the cage. Paccioni kind of backed into low in there. Chiliano helped him out a little bit as well. That'll bring us to our first media timeout of quarter number 3. Hayden Dixon has the lone goal in the second half so far. The Roughnecks find themselves down by 4. The National Lacrosse League returns to Edmonton as Lyle Thompson and the Swarm host the Roughnecks for the league's 2nd annual NLL Unbox Series event. Head to Ticketmaster.ca to get your tickets now. I know Edmonton's buzzing about that. Those fans have wanted a team back since 2015, and hey, we'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to seeing the crowd they put in Rogers Place there.
My bet is it's going to be sold out. That city absolutely loves its lacrosse and is dying to get the pro game back.
Keenan has Haley up top, 15-51. Austin Shanks lets it fly. Aiden Walsh, his 3rd save of the quarter. Since getting the hook earlier. Shanks now feeds it. Keenan takes it and scores. The captain has his 2nd, and the Rush have 11.
Again, the Rush veterans doing the dirty work and creating offensive opportunities for other players. Robert Church was knocked down in front by Noah Manning, caught up in his legs, and he created all the chaos there. So Church goes down. Shanks sees the opening here, finds it over to Keenan. Pardon me, that was Matthew Seitz, not Noah Manning, but Shanks, everybody expects him to shoot. He's got 3 tonight. He goes over, finds Keenan wide open. And Keenan, as you said, having a quiet 5-point night, up to 6 on the evening. 2 goals, 4 assists, Cody.
73 points last year, 26 of them tinkled the twine. 2 already, the lead's back up to 5. Cook trying to get past Barnable, waits for Hayden Dixon. Put him on hat-trick watch, he's got 2 already. Lowen back for Maillet, stopped by Chiliano. Gauthier got the rebound. The Rush are credited with 4 blocked shots already. It feels like it's been more. Back to Shanks, and he's stopped by Walsh. It feels like the Rush defense has been wearing a few.
Well, that was their MO last year as well, Cody. That was a big reason why they found themselves in the championship series. It was because of their ability to block shots and get the dirty work done the championship teams need to do.
Here's Manning. Big wind-up, trying to go short side. Chiliano got a piece of it, and now Accioni blows up the rookie. Oh, he would have had a breakaway, and they're going to say that wasn't a clean shoulder to shoulder.
They're going to say the feet got tangled up and he tripped him.
Rush Nation will tell you what they think of that one. We'll get another look on the broadcast here as Accioni.
The feet did get tangled up, but it looked like the shoulder was the initial point of contact there, Cody. So the home fans aren't happy, but the feet did get tangled up on that one.
Josh Sanderson's squad goes to the power play for the 3rd time in this game. They are 2 for 2 so far. Tyler Pace has 1, Hayden Dixon has the other. 100% on the power play is pretty good, and I'm not a math guy. Maillet back for Pace. Back to Maillet, it's off the top of his stick. Does it on the shot clock. Cook for Pace. Cook, a little bit of a riser there. Got Frank Chiliano in the shoulder. Home run pass to Brock Haley. He's denied by Walsh. Roughnecks will slow it down and get this lefty strong power play loaded up here. Second unit, Lowen's in for Gauthier. Maillet's up top. He'll drag it. Trying to find that far side. Pace, little fake. Maillet now. That one got stopped by the Rush netminder. Garland over to Boudreau. Josh Zawada up top. This is where the Rush can make teams pay. You look at the youth out there. Average age of under 27 on the roster this year. You've got Levi Anderson, Josh Zawada, Brock Haley, and Zach Mans, none over the age of 27. Walsh makes a save on Mans, but when you're 4-on-5 and you've got the feet like that, you are ever dangerous.
Combine that with a dash of veteran savvy, having guys like Shanks and Church and Chiliano and Hossack. So it makes this club pretty good. Exactly what Calgary's trying to build right now with their young guys mixed with their experience.
Maillet, backdoor feed. Oh, Frank Chiliano caught it with the right hand. Accioni out of the sin bin. Big penalty kill for Saskatchewan, keeps that lead at 5. Shanks to Keenan. Brock Haley now. The captain. Little spin. One more would put him at a hat trick, and the little fadeaway goes one.
Already 2 Rush players with hat tricks in Shanks and Church so far in the evening.
Gauthier floats one for Manning. 1 of 2 Denver Pioneers. He just gave it to the other, and Tyler Pace. Cook. Tar Heels product. Cook now, big wind-up left pad, stopped by Frank Chiliano. Levi Virch's sticks exploded on him. Basically a power play now for Calgary as Virch is without a weapon. Manning trying to slide down low. Now Boudreau's up top. Virch trying to push out Manning. He'll cut inside.
Well, I'm no expert, Cody, nor do I pretend to play one on TV, but it looked like Virch had time to get back to the bench when his stick blew up on him.
Frank Chiliano's all right. He's up and at it. Noah Manning was close to getting his second of the game. Saskatchewan leads 11-6 on Co-op Field.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unboxed Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unboxed Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here.
Oh, what a move!
With NLL Friday night on TSN.
Welcome back to SaskTel Center, and we have got 5 separate goal scorers for the Saskatchewan Rush, and that has got to make Coach Jimmy Quinlan proud. He says when they're picking players for their team, they never compromise. They never look for size. Rather, what they're looking for is skill and athleticism. And they also are looking for something else, which is the fact that they've got to be the kind of person that will set their ego aside. They need everybody to go to the hard areas. They need everybody to run through the middle. And if they can do all those little things together, that allows them to be successful. And individually, if they say, if you're not going to do it, you're probably not going to play. So seeing the scoring spread around, probably making him happy with all his choices with these guys.
Well, the scoring might feel a little lopsided as Anderson's knocked off the ball, but the shots on goal, just one off. It's been Frank Chiliano, reigning goaltender of the year, making 25 saves so far. Cook right down Main Street, whips it wide, and I believe there was a clock issue. Leclerc just gave it to Pace. They are just letting the clock run a little bit more here. Maybe it didn't quite start on time. They'll run it down here and get the proper time set up in quarter number 3. Battle of the Prairies hasn't exactly been the most physical game we've seen between these two teams, but temperatures tend to heat up as the contest goes along.
Certainly, Cody. Many years I've been an official across a lot of sports, and that's when you start to see it. Just one hit here or there goes the wrong way, and then next thing you know, it's a physical contest. As we're used to seeing here with Calgary and Saskatchewan, I mean, they've had goalie fights in exhibition games between these two franchises.
Just Frank Chiliano if he knows a thing or two about that. Braden Maillet now. Kicks one. Tanner Cook can't find Twine. Bobby Kidd III will defend him. Cook up top. Sitting on 99 goals in his NLL career. Maillet back down for Cook. Pass goes Aaron, and now Chiliano can throw a long ball. Ryan Barnable's got a breakaway. Barnable stopped by Walsh. Up for Griffin Hall. Frank Chiliano's thrown a couple of dimes so far. Only had 2 assists last year somehow. But the stretch passes are hitting the spots right now. Hook for Maillet. Messenger trying to push him back. Pass over to Pace. McClelland on the slide down. Great defense right there, and Matt Hossack has a gimme. Hossack wants to go in this one here, and Virch a little later in his shift decided, hey, don't exactly have the gas in the tank. Ryan Keenan has the single leg sleeve going. Zach Mance now, he'll drive, trying to go 5-hole on Walsh. Shouldn't be over and back here as Keenan stops it. Offense is set. Zawada and Pepper are getting into it down low. Church inside, Zawada dropped the ball. Mance up top for Church. Trying to pull it short side. Boy, that just snaps out of the pocket. There's the reason he's got 388 goals in the league.
And 4 tonight.
His stick can be in the same position. The ball can go 4 different places. Pace sets the pick. Dixon takes the shot and he scores. There's the hat trick for Hayden Dixon, and the Roughnecks have 7.
Not a goal you typically see on Frank Chiliano, but Dixon finding that little bit of space down low on Chiliano, which was always kind of the shot chart on Frank Chiliano coming into, especially last year. Dixon just throws it hard, gets the bouncer to go, finds that little bit of space. There might have been the space of a ball there, and Dixon's able to find it, put it behind Chiliano. And again, Calgary just keeps hanging around. The young guys in Calgary looking to spoil the party here in Saskatchewan with a big comeback.
Former first round pick, 8th overall back in 2019. Now in year number 6 in the league for Hayden Dixon. Roughnecks are hungry for more. Manning for Maya. Maya. Little drive on McClelland. Push back, for to shoot, spin inside, and he put that one right in the stomach. Well, they'll say Messenger knocked it back to Chiliano, so it'll remain Calgary ball. A goal here would make it a 3-goal game, and if you're Josh Sanderson and company.
And give Calgary their first back-to-back goals of the game, Cody.
My for Goche. Pass to Pace. Messenger took a hard pick. Mai's inside and he scores! Well, the lead's a field goal and the Roughnecks are on a roll.
Roughnecks, their first back-to-back goals. I know the Rush bench is not happy as Mike Messenger had gone down on that play after getting a hard pick taken. We get a great look here. Messenger gets tangled up there with Maillet. Maillet gets the better of him, then bounces off and scores. As it looks like Messenger didn't like the cross-check up high. It looks like he got him on the neck, sent him to the turf. Maillet bounces back from that, puts it behind Chiliano. Yeah, the Rush bench not too happy at all with the way that turned out. But at the end of the day, it's just a 3-goal lead now, and Calgary on their first run of the game.
Well, like it or not, sometimes you got to play through those things. As Anasio now goes on a run. Justin Anasio stripped the ball as he ran into Matt Accioni, and boy, Accioni's in year number 2, and you can tell he's gotten fully healthy, he's put on weight, and he looks even faster if that's possible. Inside, Robert Church trying to go 5-hole, stopped by Walsh.
Well, back to Accioni for a second. That's a guy that's had an incredible training camp as well. He was a guy you and I really liked coming out of camp last year, but that little bit more muscle, that little bit more speed and a year under his belt, he could be a big piece for the Rush this year.
About a 2-second differential, shot clock and game clock here. They are going to keep Aiden Walsh in the net. Maillet for Pace. Back to Maillet. Low shot, and that caught Frank Chiliano's toe. Cook has a dunk attempt, and it won't go as Messenger gives them the business to end quarter number 3. And may we see the physical play start to heat up here. The Roughnecks have brought this one within 3.
little bit of pushing and
Hayden
shoving
Dixon
here, Cody.
had too. Yeah, the pushing and shoving isn't going to slow down. Hayden Dixon, 2 in the corner. Braden Maillet with the latest. Rush Nation's rocking. Join us for the 4th after the break. Well, Calgary has 4 of the last 6 goals, and Hayden Dixon has 2 of those in quarter number 3. There you get a look at Tanner Cook. And Hayden Dixon's behind him there. 3 goals, 1 assist tonight, 88 career. Here's a look at his last 2.
He knew we were talking about him. He might just be a little camera shy, but when he's on the floor, not shy at all. 3 goals tonight, really sparking this Calgary comeback. And again, he's just a big guy, 6'2", hailing from Delta, 200 pounds. He's hard to stop. He's got a big, heavy shot at 20 goals last year, and he's already got 3 tonight. We asked the question pregame and in the offseason, who's going to step up for Calgary now that they've lost a bunch of guys to retirement, free agency? Well, Dixon's going to be one of them for sure.
Roughnecks are rolling, wearing their new white and red threads this season. I think Roughneck faithful is pretty happy they made the change as well. These things are pretty sharp.
I mean, I live in Saskatchewan, and I'm happy they went back to the red. Just looks better.
Bobby Kidd III on the restraining lineup for Robert Church. Flips it to Austin Shanks. Far side, misses the net. And Bobby Kidd III playing free safety back there. Keeps it in. Keenan now. He'll drive. Keenan hauled down. Walsh makes the save. And the Rush will get a power play out of it.
Yeah, Keenan driving towards the nets. Textbook hold as he is brought down on the scoring chance. Again, not a bad penalty to take there for Kyle Pepper, as you want to take away the scoring opportunity, especially now that you battle all the way back to a 3-goal deficit. So he takes down Keenan, but the Rush power play is going to go back to work here as we take a look there. Keenan just beats this guy. You know they're calling that all day long. The second your hand's off the stick and on somebody's jersey, that's one thing they've emphasized that they want to call, and you see it picture perfect right there.
Keenan up top. Had 18 power play assists last year. Austin Shanks had 12 power play goals to lead the team. Shanks is crease side. Church trying to go far side, and it bounces out of play. Well, the refs will discuss. They'll say that this went off of Walsh. He's not putting up much of an argument, and generally that means it's the right call.
The Rush power play just 39% last year. A surprising weakness for a team that had so many different options on offense.
Church now. Keenan up top on the lefty, strong look, and Church throws one behind him.
You almost never see that. That's how you can tell it's game 1 of the season there, Cody.
Well, last year in this building, the Calgary Roughnecks held the Rush to 1 goal of the second half. That was Nick Rose, and it was a 10-6 win for the visitors. Hayden Dixon up top, stripped of the ball by Ryan Barnable. Barnable runs into Dixon. He'll flip it. Mike Messenger's up the floor with Mance. Messenger to the net, scores! Messenger on the power play has his first of the season.
You knew Messenger was going to do something big dating back to that last goal. Messenger got hit up high when Maillet was able to go in and score Calgary's 8th goal. Well, when it comes to Mike Messenger, when he's upset, he does one of 2 things. Either knocks you in your rear end or he gets you back with a goal, and you saw it perfectly here. Messenger, when he gets that extra little bit of step, that extra little bit of rage behind it, gets the pass here from Barnable, steps on the gas, and you know Mike Messenger's shooting this all day long if he's playing angry. And he manages to beat Walsh to the far side and restore the 4-goal lead.
While many think of him for his defensive abilities, he's also the first person or first player in the building every single game day. Here 3 hours before with a bucket of balls and probably putting up 500 to 600 shots before anyone gets off the bus.
And again, what a great thing to establish for the younger guys, being first guy at the barn here when you're a veteran like he is.
Maillet with the response, though. Double it up, 55, has his second of the game, and it's back to a 3-goal contest.
Last year, Maillet in 11 games had 12 goals. One of the guys that head coach Josh Sanderson said was going to play a bigger role this year, and he's been doing that so far. The second-year pro here for the Calgary Roughnecks, just so dangerous. That little stutter step there on Bobby Kidd III, a veteran steady defenseman. Just look at the footwork there. Goes right by BK3 and puts it down past Frank Chiliano. And there is another impressive one for the Windsor product. Second of the game for Maillet.
Well, in that 10-6 Roughnecks win over the Rush last year, Maillet had a goal and 2 assists.
Likes visiting the Saskatchewan Center.
7 points in 2 career games here. Not bad, and gonna continue to trend up if I had a guess. Cook backdoor feed for Maillet. He was tied up with McClellan's. Birch and Jay and haul down the loose ball. Barnable posts up. Robert Churchnet for Shanks. Shanks now all the way over to Keenan, and Walsh makes that save on the jumping quick stick. Isaacs finds Lowen. Pardon me, that's Matsuoka. Goche for Lowen. Hasn't scored yet in his return to the red. Pace. Maillet, little swim move, twister, stopped by Chiliano. Hosick up the floor quick, and the offense jumps out. Zawada and Anderson, forwards 4 and 5. Mans wants Anderson to set a pick for him. Haley now. Back up for Mance. To Brock Haley, his shot got blocked. Got it back though, kicks it out. Zawada, 2 to shoot. Anderson on the roll, scores! The Calgary kid against the Roughnecks makes it 13-9.
You beat me to it, Cody. The Calgary kid scoring against his hometown club. Levi Anderson, a guy that we expect big things out of in Saskatchewan. Been a little quiet so far in this one, but this is one thing he needs to do better in his sophomore season. You see it here. More moving and shooting. You're not going to beat guys one-on-one in the National Lacrosse League like he was trying to do so often last year. That's how you're going to score goals. You're going to pick corners. You're going to use screens. That's exactly how he does it, and Anderson's got his first of the year.
6th NLL goal for the former Junior A Raider star. Now Mike Messenger goes and wallpapers Anasio. Man's on the logo, rush up by 4. Haley's the last forward off the bench. Church to Shanks inside, denied by Walsh. Man's got it back, fresh shot clock. Passed it back to Shanks, and Shanks was through the crease, and the ref never checked him in. You got to get established back in the play, and generally that's a pass or 2 to other teammates before you get it. Cook with the fake. Pace out of the corner. Tanner Cook fires and scores. Oh, he ripped it under the bar. Tanner Cook, goal number 100 in his NLL career. Cuts the lead back down to 3.
That's a pretty one for number 100, Cody. Going low to high, sniping the top corner, and keeping this one oh so close for the Calgary Roughnecks. This just continues to be a back and forth battle here in the second half. The first half, especially the first quarter, was all rush, but Calgary's just hanging around there. Goes up high over the shoulder of Chiliano. What a great shot for your 100th goal for Tanner Cook.
Messenger and Anasio back at the strike. Loose ball, kick to Pepper. 23-year-old out of Victoria playing his first National League game. LeClaire now wants to drive. LeClaire trying to spin through, lost the ball. Cossack now as we're 50 minutes into regulation. Mans for Keenan. Keenan's got a 6-point game going on. Austin Shanks. Bouncer goes off Sykes and he steps in the crease. It'll be rush ball when we come back from a media timeout. Tanner Cook has the latest. Levi Anderson, the Calgary product, against the Roughnecks.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unboxed Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unboxed Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here.
No, he didn't!
The weekend starts here.
Oh, what a move!
With NLL Friday night on TSN.
The NLL on ESPN Plus and TSN Plus is brought to you by Kilo. Stay energized for every moment of the NLL action with Kilo. Visit drinkkilo.com. And by Hotel Planner. Travel smarter with exclusive NLL fan discounts at nll.hotelplanner.com. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL. Ryan Keenan, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points so far in this one. Austin Shanks had 3 goals and 3 assists. Robert Church with 4 goals. Rush offense back on the floor. Mans for Church. Keenan. Back to Church. Keenan up top again, happy to be patient. Mans a little spin, step back bouncer, goes one. Behind the net, dunk attempt. Walsh got over there in time. Salama jogs it up the floor for Cook. Manning got his pass back from Tanner Cook. Cook now. Dixon, little jump shot, try to pull it back short side. Chiliano punched it out, his 31st save of the game. Noah Manning will slow it down here. Roughnecks trail by a trio. Cook, back from Manning. Manning now, short side, scores! Number 2 for the youngster. Down to a 2-goal game here on Co-op Field.
Just chipping away, but this second half has been largely controlled by the visitors. Again, Manning, one of the rookies here on this Calgary squad, going to work. Drops the ball for a second. And again, doing the smart things, using the chaos in front of Chiliano, using the screens, using the confusion to find an opening, and with his skill level, he's going to be able to pick a spot as soon as he sees it.
Calgary, another face-off win. Battle the Prairies, close game, no one's surprised in-house. Pace with it. Looking to continue to chip away at this Saskatchewan lead. Pace. Over to Gauthier, right back to Pace, 5-hole scores! Tyler Pace, hat-trick marker, and the Roughnecks have a dozen.
And it seems to be taking the crowd right out of this, Cody. So far, a dominant fourth quarter here by the Calgary Roughnecks. Just great ball movement once again. Finding their guy that's open and just burying behind Chiliano. Again, manages to get by Matt Hossack on the last second shift there for Hossack. Pace now with the hat trick, 3 on the season. And it's a 1-goal lead in a game that Saskatchewan controlled largely through the first 30 minutes.
Manning up top, the youngsters. Cook. Circles, Manning for the hat-trick, stop by Chiliano.
That had tie game written all over it there, Cody. Great save by Chiliano.
Well, the Rush led at half in their loss to Calgary last year here. Saskatchewan did take the first of the 2 meetings in Calgary, though, 16-13. Shanks, still drive. Walsh with the save. Isaac's far side. Floats it to Cook. 1 in the game, 100 in his career. Cook around, kid to third, and he scores. Tie ball game. Tanner Cook knots it up at 13.
Make that 2 in the game and 101 on the career, and that is a game-tying goal for Tanner Cook. 2 on the evening, and none bigger than that one here as Calgary is back to square for the first time since about the 32nd mark of the opening quarter. They have just ground their way back into this game. Great showing here by Calgary.
Even Steven on a Saturday night in Saskatchewan. Why not showcase the best league in the world here? Hossack will step up to take the face-off against Anasio. Anasio 22 for 28 in the game now. Remember, with Jake Naso in the lineup last year, the Rush won 75% of the draws. Tides have turned with him on the IR. Hayden Dixon over to Maé. Inside, Gauthier's knocked down. Manning took a shot after.
Rush player's not happy with that at all, as it looked like the play was dead. But they're going to allow it, and I like it.
Well, you got to assume the whistles get put away here late in the fourth quarter.
Oh, certainly.
Robert Church. The Mance. Back for Church. Haley. Mance to Keenan. Brock Haley, big windup. That got blocked. Pass to Anderson, and he booted it. Roughnecks defense is locked in. Only allowed 3 goals in this second half. They allowed 10 in the opening 30 minutes. Scored 5 in this fourth quarter. Maé stopped by Chiliano.
And on a 4-goal run here, Cody, just been a completely different ball game since the start of the fourth quarter.
Messenger for Shanks. 6 points for 33 in green. Zach Mans fires and scores. Let it go from Lumsden, and the Rush have a lead once again.
Mans' second of the night. You could tell that was a monkey off the back moment. He could feel the pressure as Calgary has crept all the way back and has largely outplayed the Rush here in this second half. Mans with the big fist bump celebration after firing that one home. Just pure speed on that. And Mans was fired up. He knows how big that goal is going to be if his team is going to go on with a W here. Just whips it past the goaltender.
Fist pump says it all. Zach Mans, second of the game for the Victoria product. Braden Lady acquired in that Christian Del Bianco trade, and now Tyler Pace took down Adam J. I believe, or Anasio did, sorry. This is going to be a call for sure. Anasio going to try and argue his way on the way to the penalty box.
Calgary number 30, minor penalty, illegal cross-check.
Need a better lawyer to get out of this one. Rush are going to the power play.
You just battled yourself all the way back. Yes, the Rush have just scored, but you can't be taking an undisciplined penalty like that. As he gets up behind Adam J, gives him one to the unpadded area near the rear end, and that'll send the Rush back to the power play.
Church for Shanks. Keenan to Mance. Righty strong look this time. Keenan inside. Church is stopped by Walsh. Leclerc, the assistant captain, whips this one up, and Salama jogs on it. Salama, an RIT product, joins the likes of Matt Hosick, Ryan Barnable, a Div 3 school that just prints national championships. Bobby Kidd III, defend Cook. Hosick into help. Cook got by him and whips it into the corner. Jake Boudreau now open the scoring. 20 seconds into this one. 55 minutes later, it's yet again a one-goal game. Lefty strong look back to the original power play unit. Rush have one on the man advantage. It was from Robert Church. Keenan back to Church inside. Shanks tied up with Sykes, got flattened as well. Walsh makes a save, and with 4:06 left to go in the fourth, the Rush are still in the power play for 45 seconds, but the Roughnecks have the momentum. It's a one-goal game. Don't go anywhere. Tonight's start of the game is brought to you by TFL. Well, there's 4 players with 7 points, but none have made a bigger impact so far than Austin Shanks. Boy, he has been picking his spots. 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Austin Shanks is your player of the game, star of the game, brought to you by TFL. Rush are still in the power play for another 45 seconds. It'll be Roughnecks ball when we come back to play. As Salama will start with it from his own zone. Walsh is slowly walking back to the bench. Salama now. Pass got knocked down by Hosick. Almost chaos in the D zone. Now he turns it over. Barnable up to Messenger.
And that did not go as planned for the Roughnecks.
Shades of round 2 in the playoffs last year. Mance for Church. Little bounce pass over to Keenan. Haley, crease side. Keenan's there, trying to go back for Church. It got picked off by Salama. Pace is off the bench, as is Dixon, but Salama slows it down. Another penalty kill here, and that has been a difference maker. 4 for 5, 80% is this Roughnecks penalty kill. Manning for Pace. Inside, Hayden Dixon stopped by Chiliano. Hosick will hold on to it. Less than 3 to go in regulation. Shanks inside. Robert Church throws a BTB, and he's stopped by Walsh. Salama flips this one up. Follows. Thought about staying and playing there. First round draft pick last year for the Oakville product. Manning driving down, 10 on the shot clock. Manning wanted a lane up top, hits Maillet, heavy shot goes wide, rebound won't go on goal. Now Lowen has it, and he's denied by Chiliano. Garland grabs it behind the net. Maillet's all over him on the forecheck. Rush have a couple of defenders down, and Bobby Kidd III gets it. Trying to use his feet to get to freedom. Kidd III hands it off for Anderson. Shanks on the half wall. Church to Shanks. Shanks for Keenan. 2 seconds to shoot. Keenan tries to go low, and the defender got his stick in the way.
It's Griffin Hall, the Victoria product, shaken up there after blocking that one.
Tanner Cook up top. 93 seconds left to go. Walsh stays in the net. It's 5-on-5. Maillet, he can let it fly from anywhere. Cook takes the shot. Chiliano makes the save, and Messenger scoops one off the turf.
Dangerous looking rebound there from Frank Chiliano as that hung up in the air for an uncomfortably long amount of time.
70 seconds left to go. Robert Church, the franchise leader in games played. Season opener number 10 in Saskatchewan. Keenan drops it in the corner, won't even try put something on goal from an awkward angle, and now that Walsh has scooped it up, Josh Sanderson will use his timeouts, and the Calgary Roughnecks will get the clipboard out as Troy Cordingley and company gather.
Drop the 6-on-5 play. You have to assume that Walsh is probably coming out of the net. Now, there is about 50 seconds left, which means you're looking at 2 possessions. The question always becomes, do you hold on and go for the 2-for-1, or do you run out the full 30 and try to spend as much time as you can? So it's going to be interesting to see what Calgary goes for here. Again, they're young players. Their whole team has stepped up. They've got so many different weapons. It's hard to take just one guy away here. Hard to take away the hot hand if you're the rush defense. So you're going to have to let somebody be open, somebody shoot. And I don't know how you pick your poison here if you're Saskatchewan.
36 saves so far for Frank Chiliano in this one. He made 33 last year in his win over Calgary, the club that drafted him back in 2011. They'll need at least one more from 92 in green. Braden Maillet, the youngster, had an assist on the game winner last year in this building when the Roughnecks upset their Prairie rivals. 6-on-5. Maillet runs it up for pace. Roughnecks trail by 1. Lowen inside. Dixon stopped by Chiliano. Garland has it, and the Rush get a timeout called.
Absolutely huge to pick up that rebound there by holding Garland. There will be 36.2 seconds left on the game clock with the Rush taking possession here once we're out of the timeout. But just a great play, a great save by Chiliano, and holding Garland getting in there and picking up that rebound. Absolutely massive here for the home side. But again, Calgary's not out of it yet. You can create a lot of chaos, especially if they decide to keep the goalie out. You can double team the ball carrier, or you're also going to have the opportunity here, even if you put the goaltender back in, you're still going to have about 6 seconds to make something happen and run your way down the floor.
Jimmy Quinlan will draw up the play. Aiden Walsh is on the bench, so it'll be 6-on-5. As Lady and Salama will be the ones to apply pressure. Jimmy Quinlan has the clipboard right now for Saskatchewan. And we'll see who they decide to give it to. Likely Messenger and Mance are going to be jogging back. Chiliano will head back to the net as well. Zach Mans will get the ruck. 37 seconds left to kill. Rush Nation is on their feet. It's the home opener on Co-op Field, a 1-goal game. Battle of the Prairies. Why wouldn't you want to be here? Salama and Lady will pressure. Zach Mans now rolls this one down the floor. Hossack can't corral it cleanly. Garland has it knocked down to the ground. LeClaire knocked it free. Call is coming. Messenger now trying to kick it away. Penalties upcoming as Follows touches up. And it'll be a holding call against Calgary with 18 seconds left.
That'll be on the double team there on Holden Garland, who quickly got the ball after Matt Hossack was the original man to touch it. Comes out. You know you had a double team.
Calgary number 23, minor penalty holding.
So Liam LeClaire is going to go to the bin of sin. Garland's got the empty net to look at. You just got to do everything you can to stop him there. That's exactly what he does. You know when the hand gets on the jersey, when you get the free hand on, that's going to be a holding call every time. But the alternative is Garland gets to shoot at your empty net. So you got to do what you got to do. Looks like they're still going to go 5-on-5 here. So Calgary still want to create some chaos and get that last second goal.
Mans has it. Mans buries it. Third hat trick of the game for the Saskatchewan Rush. And Zach Mans ices the cake. It's 15-13 Saskatchewan.
4 guys last year with 70 points or more. 3 guys with hat tricks tonight for the Saskatchewan Rush. The balanced attack continues. Game 1 of this season. That's the risk reward there you're going to pull off if you're Calgary. I get it. You have to go 5-on-5. You have to pull your goalie. You have to try to get that turnover. We saw something like that happen right on this floor in the postseason last year, but it gives Zach Mans a look at an empty net, and he's not going to miss that.
14 seconds left. Walsh will, well, he thought about going out to go 6-on-5 again here. Messenger's been pretty good at scrumming things up at the dots, and that means it's pretty tough to get 2 opportunities here. 2-goal game. Crazier things have happened. Messenger has it as he gets tripped up by Anasio. Got it back, fires at the empty net, and scores. The Hammer has his second of the game, and Mike Messenger no quitting this cat.
No.
Second goal of the game after a face-off win against a face-off specialist.
And one of the best face-off specialists in the league. On top of that, gets tripped up. The penalty's coming. He still scoops the ball up himself, puts this one away to put the nail in the coffin here for Saskatchewan over Calgary.
Calgary number 30 has a minor penalty for tripping. Penalties canceled by the goal.
I believe that would have been Anasio's 3rd penalty of the game. Messenger and Anasio one more time at the stripe.
Yeah, you got
Salama back in his own zone, whips it 200 feet, and the Saskatchewan Rush are 1-0 to start the 2025-2026 NLL season. Big performances all around this lineup. Goaltender Frank Scigliano, 38 saves against his former squad. Ryan Keenan, 2 goals, 5 assists. Austin Shanks had a hat trick and 4 assists. Mike Messenger, 5-point night for Mike Messenger.
That's got to be a career high for Mans.
2 goals, 3 assists. Zach Mans had a hat trick and 2 assists. Jake Boudreau had a goal and an assist. It was an all-round effort, and I think that's probably what you can respect as much. Garland and Barnable each with 9 loose balls. Hossack had 8. 3 caused turnovers for Jake Boudreau. Done by committee. Mike Messenger won 6 faceoffs as well with Jake Naso on the IR. This team finds a way to grind out a win against their Prairie rivals. There's rarely an easy win in the NLL. Calgary proved they're not going to go down without a fight. This is a young team. This is a fun team. This is a feisty team. And they are going to give squads an absolute handful this year.
Oh, certainly. I think everybody in the preseason power rankings was putting Calgary at or near the bottom. After watching them tonight, I may be second guessing those selections if I had that kind of votes and that kind of power. I don't. So it's good to see Calgary coming out here. They're going to be a fun team to watch this year. You know it's going to be a ton of fun at the Saddle Dome when they get there. There lots of goal scoring, lots of big hits, big saves. It's going to be the kind of team that leads to a couple parties there in Cowtown.
Well, the pro sports success has run deep in Saskatchewan over the past few months. The Rush got off on the right foot as we send it down to floor level now. Heather Morrison's with Robert Church.
Calgary gave your fans a little bit of scare there in the second half. What happened there, Robert?
They came out hot. They got some goals in the third where our offense wasn't really going in the third, fourth. But, bend don't break. We came back and Frankie made the big saves. We needed him at the very end of the game, and that's what you got to do to win games.
An all-around effort winning you your first home game of the season. What is it going to take to get that a first away game when you match up against Ottawa next weekend?
Yeah, same kind of stuff. We just got to grind maybe more than 30 minutes. So if we put a full 60, we're a tough team to beat.
All right, thanks and good luck next weekend. Thanks.
Robert Church there with Heather Morrison post-game. He's now the franchise leader in games played, and boy, a home opener for the ages. 4 goals for Robert Church, a massive performance for the offense all around. 7 points from Ryan Keenan, 7 points from Austin Shanks, and 38 saves from the big man, Frank Chiliano. Saskatchewan takes this one 16-13 for myself, Cody James, and John Fraser, Heather Morrison, the entire production crew that puts this together. Thank you, and have a great night.